In order to be truly authentic in everything that you do and everyone that you speak to, in the way that you carry yourself, in the way that you move, you must be unapologetic. Now, what does that mean? Being unapologetic. Hey, I'm unapologetic. To be more straightforward, to be unapologetic means to have unshakable confidence. It means to truly be who you are without thinking that you must cater to somebody else, whether that is society, whether that's your best friend, whether that's your relationship person, whoever it is. You do not have to conform to them. You do not have to conform to the needs of the world. You should never feel like you need to conform to the world, because the world is flawed and the world is weird and the world is full of illusions. The world is full of lies. This world is not something that you should ever worry about fitting into, because it's constantly changing and it's never ever standing on a certain morality. Okay? I'm yapping. But my first point, kind of what I already said. You cannot bloom to your full potential if you do it in shadow. That means we're all given a light from birth. As a kid, God, whatever you believe in, you have a light inside you. That light lights up even brighter when you are doing the things that genuinely make you happy, the things that genuinely make you feel like you're fulfilling your purpose. I can't tell you what those things are, but I know you have them. When you are constantly hiding that, not only from the world, but from yourself, you're dimming your light and dimming your light and dimming your light and dimming your light. Let me give you an example. For all of my youngins out there who's worked at like a warehouse job or an office job, I want you to think about that one coworker that you have who is probably maybe, 65 years old, 55 years old. And whenever you say hi or how's it going, they look at you and they're like, it's another day in paradise. But you can tell, like, behind that mask, they're sad. Behind that mask, they're hurting. Like I said, behind that mask, they're sad, they're fed up, but they're so into the cycle, they're so into the pattern, they're so into what they already have been doing for the past 35, 40 years. Like, they can't stop. This is all they know. And the sad reality is that most people are like that. Most people around you are going to be like that. Most people that you see are like that. Most people don't know what it feels like to live an unapologetic life. They don't know what it means to be authentic. They don't know what it means to authentically be themselves, because they've already given up too much of themselves to the system, to the matrix, to whatever you want to call it. They're gone. A lot of them are gone, and they're just soulless beings existing. You don't want to be a soulless being that just blatantly exists. It's one of the most depressing things on the planet. My next topic I have for y'all: never apologize for who you truly are. Now, what does this mean? This means that if you're a guy and you like the color pink, bro, wear pink, wear purple, wear blue, wear orange. I know it's kind of corny, but if you are somebody who likes something and you truly like it, don't apologize for that. You know, I spent a lot of my time being the kind of person, growing up, young black kid, especially from like not the best place. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm from the slums, but I definitely had an experience of like, boom, growing up like in this area where it's predominantly normalized to listen to like rap music. It's predominantly normalized to have this kind of style, to talk this kind of way, to gravitate towards these kind of things, these kind of sports, whatever. And for the most part, like, I like rap, I like this, I like that. But I also like indie. I also like pop. I also like this. I also like dressing like this. It's not in my nose right now, but I also like wearing septum piercings, and I like piercings, and I like certain things that just speak to me. And I definitely spent a lot of my years as a youngin' being very, very, very apologetic to the things that I liked, whether I was singing, whether that was this, because it wasn't like in alignment, or it wasn't cool, or it wasn't the societal norm. Now, in today's society, you can pretty much do or be anything without judgment, because that's the kind of world we live in now, which is dope, but also kind of negative, like for other reasons. But the point is, if there's something that you love and there's something that you gravitate towards, that is like, that should be something that you protect, and that should be something that you don't have to apologize for. You should never have to think that just because someone doesn't understand or somebody doesn't get you or cater to that you have to give them an explanation for why you are you. Nobody needs an explanation for why you're you. That's the beauty of life. You are doing this because you love it. You are doing this because it speaks to you. You're doing this because it means something to you. Like, all of that other stuff does not matter, and it should never matter. My next point is authenticity destroys illusion. Now, I need you to take a step back, and like I said at the beginning of this video, this world that we live in is made of illusion. It's made of lies. It's made of the characteristics of mask. The characteristics of mask and lies and systems that are, some of them are outdated. Some of them don't make sense. Some of them are in reverse. Some of the things are not what they're supposed to be. Now, I'm very spiritual, okay? I am extremely aware, and I have a strong belief that this world is ran by inorganic beings, okay? I'm not trying to go into a big tangent talking about the reptilians or whatever, but what I do believe in is that a lot of the things that we deem as normal, or a lot of the things that we deem as it's supposed to be this way, is actually not supposed to be the way that we think it's supposed to be. Quite the opposite, to be honest. And when you are constantly in the pursuit of becoming your best self, raising your awareness, raising your frequency, raising your vibration, whatever you want to call it, you're going to notice that the masses are going to look at you like you're the wrong one. They're going to look at you like you have a problem, like you are the one who is doing things that you're not supposed to be doing. You're saying things that you're not supposed to be saying. You're thinking a way that's not supposed to be thought. Guess what? You're destroying an illusion, a false reality that this world is under. A lot of people that you see every single day live in a false box. They cannot think past the third dimension. They cannot think past a certain amount of money. They cannot think past a certain amount of way to live. They can't imagine being on a frequency this high. They can't imagine doing certain things the way that they do it. They're like, why would you do something? Oh, that's funny. Like, they can't fathom it. And guess what? They're not supposed to. Okay? If you spend your whole life trying to get somebody to believe in something that they don't care about, you're going to waste your time, and you're going to be no better than them. You're going to be a fool. Okay? I don't know if it was Socrates, but one of the most famous quotes that I've heard before is, if you argue with a fool from a distance, people are not going to know which one's the fool and which one isn't. That's why it's not even cool to give in to the illusion. It's not even, like, there's no reason why you should even give in to the illusion. Ignore the illusion. Let them live their illusion. You become the pursuit of truth, and you will gravitate towards people who are on the same journey as you. I promise. There are people out here who are looking for the truth. There are people out here who are trying to eradicate the demons, who are trying to eradicate the fake stuff that's going on. Because it's a lot of fake stuff going on. It's a lot of shaky behavior going on. This is my favorite one. Confidence makes authenticity courageous and contagious. Now, what does that mean? Confidence makes authenticity courageous and contagious. That means that everything that you do, you have to realize the power that you have, okay? This is not just about yourself. This is not just about you. There's a snowball/domino effect when you are truly living in your purpose. Now, let's think about somebody who was truly living in their purpose and made a lot change. Michael Jackson, the star, the king of pop. Think about how much that man single-handedly changed not only music, not only pop music, but he changed pop culture. He changed the way that we viewed everything, the way that we viewed music, the way that we viewed beats, the way that we viewed choreography, the way that we viewed like creating an album and just everything, and ticket sales and all of these amazing things that he's done as a creator, as a musician, I consider him a visionary, somebody who always thought ahead. When you're a visionary, you are truly, authentically being you. I mean, this man used to go on stage and he used to do this. And then as soon as he turned his head, everybody fainting. Everybody's like, oh, I can't even handle it. He was the aura maxer, the aura king. And the reason why he was the aura king wasn't because he was amazing at singing or amazing at dancing, which he was amazing at singing and dancing and making music. But all of those things wouldn't have mattered if he wasn't authentically making his own music, authentically doing his own thing every single day. He walked, he danced, he moved, he acted, he dressed in a way that was him. Nobody could recreate it. That's why when you see these Michael Jackson impersonators, they look kind of goofy. Why are you trying to be Mike? You can't be Mike. Don't be Mike, but learn from Mike. And what we can learn from Mike is that he created courageousness, but he also made it contagious. When I say that he changed the game, after his passing, we saw a rise of modern music. We saw a rise of the way that we saw dancing, the way that we saw everything shifted to more people who weren't afraid to authentically be themselves. We saw the rise of Bruno Mars. We saw the rise of Chris Brown. We saw all of these other artists who took bits and pieces from what Mike did and created their own thing. They created their own sound. So understand this thing. When you are genuinely and authentically being you, always, people are watching. People are constantly watching. And there's people who need you. They need you to authentically be yourself, because once you do that, it unlocks something in them. And then when they do that, it unlocks somebody in somebody else. And it becomes this snowball effect of just beautiful flowers blossoming and blooming. So the next time you find yourself being shaky, realize that there's somebody out there who needs you to do what you're doing. They need you to be who you're being. They need you to thrive. They need you to get past the cracks. They need you to get past that, because you're creating something beautiful. You know, one of my old mentors used to tell me, always speak even if your voice shakes. Always speak your truth even if your voice shakes. And I keep that dearest to me, because it's going to get hard. It's not a walk in the park. It's not easy. Sometimes it really is going to be painful. Sometimes it really is going to be scary, especially when everyone around you is asleep. When you're the only person awake and you have to speak in front of people who aren't even paying attention, and you have to speak. Yes, your voice is going to shake. You might have a voice crack. You might not be 100% confident in what you're saying because you're nervous. But guess what? If you continue to speak, your confidence will grow. Your unapologeticness will grow. Your authenticity will grow. It's one word at a time. It's one conversation at a time. So speak even when your voice shakes. This is my last one, and this is my most important one. I know I said the other one might be most. This is my most important one. I love this video because this is so real. Stand on your truth. Always. I need you to understand this thing. The world can take away so many things, okay? The world can take away your money. It can take away your status. It can take away your cars. It can take away clothes. It can take away everything. It can even take away your limbs. It can take away your eyes. It can take away everything. But you know what it can't take away? It can't take away your soul. It can't take away your mind. It can't take away your truth. If you stay true to yourself, and if you stay true to the things that you believe in, that's why it's so important to have morality. I'm not going to say that you need to be a certain religion or you need to do a certain thing. But if you are somebody with no morals, nothing that you live by, nothing that you stand by, I can't trust you. I can't have you around me. I can't I can't even take you serious because we need that in order to thrive. We need that in order to grow. We need that in order to live, okay? You must 100% undoubtedly stand on your truth regardless of what happens, regardless of what people say, regardless of anything. If you are somebody who stands on your truth, even if I don't agree, I respect you 100% because it's your truth. That's your truth. Can't nobody take away that from you. That's your soul. That's your purpose. That's why, you know the term, he sold his soul? Now, yes, I do believe that people are genuinely selling their souls out here. Like, the spirituality in me believes that you can genuinely do like a demonic pack insert. Like, I believe that is true, but I also believe in the other way of selling your soul. And the other way of selling your soul is genuinely just doing things against your morality to get a materialistic prized possession. That's why when they're like, oh, he sold out. Oh, he's not the same person. He sold out. I promise y'all I never sell my soul. I'll die before I do that. You know why? Because, one, this channel is built on everything that stands against selling your soul. But two, because that's what makes me me. My truth is what makes me me. The things I believe in is what makes me me. When I start going against who I am, there's nothing left. Money doesn't exist. None of that stuff matters. And it can't make me change up because it doesn't matter. Who I am matters. What I believe in matters. What I stand for matters. Because guess what? You're either going to stand for something or you're going to fall for everything in this life. I repeat. You are either going to stand for something or you are going to fall for everything. You're not meant to be agreed with by everybody. You need haters. You need people to not understand what you're talking about and what you're doing. That's how the world works. I hate to break it to you. The more duality you have, the more attraction you have. The more people who are agreeing and disagreeing, the more you're going to do out of this world. You can't be agreed by all. I'm sorry. So, those are my points. Just to bring it all back, full circle moment. You must become unapologetic. Like, I don't care what you want in this life. I don't care what your goals and what your focus is and whatever it may be, whether it's a sport you're trying to become, whether it is music, whether it is a business, whether it is your job, your university that you're going to. If you're not unapologetically being you, you're wasting your time. That is the number one way to get ahead of everyone and everything in your life, in your world. Unapologeticness. Don't conform to this world. Don't conform to others. Don't conform to negative entities and low vibrational frequencies. And I promise you'll be all right. If you watched this video and you liked it, send it to somebody that can help. I have one-on-ones if you want to work with me. Yeah. Love you.